Today, we want to do final action on a couple of bills we heard just recently. So we will begin with the revisor's report and on to bring us up to date on House Bill 2155. So Tamara, you want to take over?
Good morning, Mr. Chairman and committee. Thank you. House Bill 2155 would update current law regarding soil and water pollutant releases and cleanup. The bill would establish relevant definitions and impose certain duties on the Secretary of Health and Environment with regard to responses and reporting of pollutant releases. Additionally, the Secretary would be allowed to take certain action with regard to a pollutant release, including taking action to perform a cleanup in certain situations. The bill would also state that the person responsible for the release is responsible for the cleanup and any costs. Action could be brought against a responsible person who fails to pay for cleanup costs. And finally, a penalty could be imposed for a violation of this section, and I'll be happy to answer any questions.
All right, thank you, Tamara. Good as always. Any questions for the revisor? Anybody have any questions for the revisor? Senator Francisco.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. I don't have any questions now, but I did have a chance to talk with our revisor yesterday, particularly about the definition of pollutant. And it's clear that that definition is only used in this section, the 65-171V. And also there's another definition of pollutant that would include that animal or crop waste manure in the earlier part of 161. So I'm very satisfied about the concern that was expressed during our hearing and appreciate the advice I got from the revisor on that.
All right, thank you very much. Any other questions or remarks? We have Leo Henning, Joseph Daum, and Bob Juergens virtual if anyone has a question for those fellows. They're here available. Not seeing any, committee? Senator Ware.
Hi there, and it may be more a question of me and my memory, but I put a note here on the spills program and the reports that there could be a follow-up by phone and using photographs in some way as part of the report. Do you remember what, it was on Bob Juergens' testimony? So I just had that question.
Hello, Bob. There you go.
Yeah, this is Bob Juergens with KDHE, and thanks for the question. Yes, as part of the spill response, often if it's a fairly minor spill, we will have our district office or our central office just contact the responsible party. And if it's fairly simple cleanup, they can send us pictures. They can send us just a letter explaining what they did. Sometimes we have the county emergency managers will be able to kind of vouch for it as well. So there are times that we allow that to, the spill to be closed without our going to the site. But if we get some more severe sites or some questions about potential water impacts, we do visit those sites.
Thank you.
Thank you, Bob, very much. Any other questions, comments? Senator Francisco.
I should also add that I was able to talk to Bob Juergens yesterday afternoon and about that same issue. So appreciate that. And sorry I didn't mention that before.
It's all right.
All right. Thank you very much. Any other questions or comments, committee? Seeing none, I'll entertain a motion to pass out favorably 2155. Is there a motion? Senator Alley moved.
I move we pass out 2155 favorably.
Is there a second? Moved by Senator Alley, seconded by Senator Francisco. We pass out favorably 2155. Any discussion? Seeing none, all in favor say aye. Aye. Opposed, no. Motion carried. The bill is passed out favorably. Next, we will turn our attention to House Bill 2172, the modifying water usage calculations. And we will return back to our revisor, and she will preview that bill for us. Tamara, it's all yours.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. House Bill 2172 amends the statute relating to multi-year flex accounts. Under current law, the 5-year allocation of water in a multi-year flex account is determined based on either the base average use or annual net irrigation requirement. The base average use is the average amount of water diverted under the base water right during the years 2000 through 2009. This bill would allow a new alternative base average use calculation for those water rights that were not perfected before that time. So those water right holders could participate in a multi-year flex account. Additionally, the bill makes several other changes, including it would allow a MIFA term of less than 5 years if the chief engineer determines that's necessary for compliance with the local enhanced management area or intensive groundwater use control area. Additionally, the bill would address the existing prohibition on participation in a MIFA if the water right has ever been subject to certain change approvals. The bill would change that prohibition to only those that are currently the subject of one of those change approvals. Additionally, and finally, the bill makes several technical cleanup changes of some outdated provisions, and I'll be happy to answer any questions.
Okay, thank you very much, Tamara. Committee, any questions for the reviser? Seeing none, we also want to mention we have somebody from the department here, Department of Agriculture. If there's any other questions, we'll turn our attention to that now. Is there any other questions for the department or comments? Seeing none, I would ask the committee for a motion to pass out favorably. Senator Fagg.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I'd so move that we pass out Senate Bill
2172.
2172 favorably.
Okay. Is there a second? Second by Senator Ware. Any discussion? Seeing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, no. Motion carries. The bill is passed out favorably. Committee, that's our work for today. I didn't bring any more, so we will conclude with that. And looking forward tomorrow, we should be able to get our bills, the rest on the docket, finished up this week, unless something happens. But that'll be our plan. So with that, we are adjourned. Thank you very much.